Today I'm breaking down everything you need to know about Traveler's Company notebooks. There is a reason it is one of the most popular notebook systems in the world, and today I'll talk about what they are, why they're amazing for journaling, and how to pick the perfect one for you. Welcome to the Journal Journey. My name is Spira. I've been using TN since 2017. I am obsessed with them, and so I like to think of myself as a bit of an expert on this topic.
Okay, let's first clear out the confusion about the name. I've heard that some folks are confused about the name. Is it Traveler's Company, Traveler's Notebook, and some have even referred to them as Midori notebooks. Now, this confusion has to do with the history of the company, but in short, the brand name is called Traveler's Company. The notebooks, which are just a part, albeit a big part of their product offering, are called Traveler's Notebook. The Midori part of it has to do with the fact that the parent company was initially called Midori, but now Midori is a separate brand under the same parent company and is a stationery powerhouse in and of itself.
By the way, Design Phil, the parent company that owns both Midori and Traveler's Company, is also the brain behind the beautiful but expensive Plotter brand of notebooks.
Why are Traveler's Notebooks or TNs so popular? The Traveler's Notebook system is a highly customizable and modular approach to journaling and note-taking. At its core, it consists of a durable leather cover with elastic bands that hold various interchangeable paper inserts and accessories. Now, this allows you to tailor the notebook to your specific needs, where you can add, remove, or rearrange all of these components. Key features of this system include a leather cover. Now, this is made of vegetable tanned cow leather that develops a unique patina over time with use. Now, that makes each notebook distinct, and that's why the same color notebook may look different from others. This has happened quite often. You will notice that, certain notebooks of the same color, such as brown Camel, if you compare it to someone else who has the same notebook in that particular color, you'll notice that it does have a few variations with color and texture. But that's just the beauty of the leather cover. So the cover has elastic bands. There is an internal band to loop the insert through, and you've got another to keep the notebook closed. I have a charm on this particular piece. This is actually from a local temple, and you get additional connecting bands made from rubber that can be used to add even more inserts. And beyond the paper inserts, you've got various accessories like pen holders, charms, stickers, page markers, etc.
Okay, now let's get into the type of TNs and the notebook. So first, I'm going to clear this area out. So the Traveler's Notebook comes in two sizes. This is the Passport Edition and this is the regular size. You can see once I measure them up against one another how they relate in terms of sizes. When you purchase a Traveler's Company notebook, besides the actual journal itself, which is beautiful, this is in olive by the way, if you're curious, you also get a blank insert, 64 pages MD paper, you get a cotton bag, and you also get a spare rubber band. Now, the color of the spare rubber band changes depending upon the color of the cover. By the way, this charm that I have here, this is not part of Traveler's Company. I got this at a local temple and I just put it here. Now, they come in 5 colors. You get it in blue, black, brown, camel, and olive. This is the olive and this is the brown.
They've also released a special limited edition in the color red. This is the limited edition for the year 2025. I've created a separate video about that, the link of which I'll post in the description box below.
I don't have the original covers in the original colors, but I do have the limited edition. This is in the color black. This is the Tokyo edition. This is the Traveler's Train from Tokyo Station edition. This is in the color brown. As you can see, the olive and the brown, they look quite similar. Then this is the Kyoto Special Edition. This is a shade of blue that looks more dark green, frankly speaking. I have the Ace Hotel insert. Now this is, I guess, a camel color, but I'm not really sure because the color of this looks quite different from the one I have. This is the old Camel Tien that I've had since 2017, and this is the brown that I got from Ace Hotel. I don't know if the original camel color sold on the Traveler's Notebook website is the same as this Ace Hotel version. One thing to note is that over time, I have read on forums that the olive color, it tends to patina into a brown over time. So that's just something you need to be aware of if having a green tien is something that's an absolute necessity for you. Just know that over time it might just turn into a shade of brown. Speaking of patina, now these are two journals that I've had since 2017 and 2018. This is in the color brown and this is in the color camel. As you can see, over time they've developed a glossy look.
Besides the size, is there any other difference between the Passport and the regular notebook? In terms of inserts that go into these notebooks, they are more or less the same, including some of the accessories. There are a few exceptions, such as the card file and some special edition inserts, but in general, the inserts and accessories that are available for one size is also available for the other size.
So the main thing about the regular TN is that you have a lot more space to write in, obviously, as compared to the Passport size. I find that the Passport size is perfect for just quick notes on the go. This is ultra portable. It's great for quick notes or travel. You can also convert this into a wallet, which I have actually. And the main positive with the standard is that you get more writing space. It's better for daily intensive journaling. So other than the size, they're more or less the same. One is not better than the other. It just depends on how you plan on using them and what you're more comfortable with.
Besides the variety and beauty of the leather notebooks, another reason why Traveler's Notebooks are so popular is due to the variety of inserts available. You can mix and match whatever insert you need to suit your preference. Now let's get into the inserts. Now I have categorized them by paper type and print form. This is just how I've categorized them. This is not an official categorization. So I tend to categorize Traveler's Company inserts into 4 categories. You've got the standard inserts, the diary inserts, the art paper, and the last catch-all that I would call miscellaneous or organizing inserts. Now I'm talking about this in the context of the regular inserts. I'm not going to touch upon the special edition inserts in this video. Maybe I'll save it for next time. There are 4 kinds of standard inserts. You've got the lined, the grid, the dot grid, and the blank. They are available in the regular and the Passport version. I don't have a lined version, so I can't show it to you, but it's a standard lined notebook with the lines printed with an interval of 6.5 mm. The color of the Passport version is blue, while the regular is brown. Now the grid has pages that are ruled into 5 mm squares. The color of the Passport version is green, while the regular is Kraft brown. After the blank insert, This is the one that I purchase most often. I find that this is great for extensive writing when I want to write page after page after page. Personally, for me and for my handwriting to seem legible and neat, I need some structure. I need the lines to guide me in place. I don't use the lined because the spacing in the grid is smaller. The distance between the two lines is 5 mm, whereas in the lined it's 6.5. So I prefer the smaller spacing. The dot grid, I have this in the passport version. The color of the cover of the passport version and the regular is the same. It's this cream color. Now the small dots are printed in 5 mm intervals. I hope you can see it, which is the same as in the grid version. The spacing is the same. I haven't found a use for this yet, but I think it would be great for sketching and creating graphs. I mean, that is if I ever get into sketching or creating graphs. But I was quite intrigued by it. That's why I got one for myself. So yeah, do let me know. Do you use the dot grid often? What for? I haven't come across many use cases, so I'd be, curious to know how you've used it. By the way, as and when I'm done showcasing a particular insert, I'm going to put it right back into its plastic cover because I know if I don't do it now, I'm never going to get round to it. And I'm always in such a hurry. And when I need to use a new insert, I just want to be able to reference the numbers and the color that are affixed on each of these blank inserts. So I'd rather do it now to save me the pain of having to rummage through it later when I need to pick a new insert. Now the blank inserts. You have 3 versions of these. The standard insert is made of MD paper. It's a proprietary paper from Midori. And all the inserts I've spoken about thus far, they're all made from MD paper. Now you have the standard white paper, which has 64 pages. And this is the version that you get with all of the leather journals. Whenever you purchase a leather journal, the insert that you get is this version, 64 white. Now the color of the regular is brown, while the passport is in maroon. The other version of the MD 64 pages is the one in cream. I don't think I have that, or I think I did. I think I used it up in a journal of mine, so I don't have to show you, but that's in cream paper and this is white. So the other version of the blank paper is what are called short trip refills. Now this is in white MD paper and this is in cream. They are 36 pages each, and I like to use this particular variety to log my travels. I have a separate insert for each location, so this works out perfectly. This is the white, this is the cream. And these are the passport versions. Now the third version of the blank inserts, I know I have it, I just don't know where it is, but it's called the lightweight paper notebook. It's 80 pages in the passport and 128 pages in the regular. And now they say you can use a fountain pen on that particular lightweight paper, but I've used a ballpoint pen before and I find it too thin. If I ever manage to find my lightweight paper, I'll do a comparison. But in summary, when it comes to the blank inserts, you've got the lightweight paper that has 28 pages, you've got the standard blank insert which has 64 pages, and you've got the short trip refills that are 36 pages each. The blank insert standard 64 comes in white and cream, and so do the the short trip refill inserts, but not the lightweight versions. They only come in one color, and I believe that's white. Now the next category of inserts are what I call diary inserts. I don't have any of them, barring the 2005 diary insert that I'll showcase soon. So we're just gonna have to go through this with pictures. So you've got the free diary. Now free diary means it's not dated. You've got 1 page per day, and that's 64 pages. So you have around 2 months worth of pages. And this is only available in the regular size. Now you've got something called as the free diary weekly vertical, which is also undated. You get 64 pages and it amounts to about 6 months. So you have the days on the top, and underneath you've got the hours. I've used versions of this before for task writing in bullet form. In the passport version, the undated free diary weekly is segregated horizontally, 1 week spread over 2 pages, which covers about 6 months. Then you have the free diary weekly plus memo, where on the right you have the weekly planner, which is undated, and on the left you have a grid memo to write whatever you want. This is 64 pages and also covers about 6 months. Then you've got the free monthly diary, which is undated and where you can write your monthly schedule for 14 months and then a couple of blank pages at the back. Now there is a passport version for the free monthly diary. So to recap, the free diary inserts are not dated and they come in a daily, weekly or monthly template with some variations in the form depending on whether you're purchasing the passport or the regular version. All of the diary inserts I've spoken about are free diary, meaning that they're not dated. You've got to add in the dates yourselves. But every year, a couple of months before the start of a new year, Traveler's Company releases dated versions. And with these dated versions, you also get a sticker in each refill. Along with the dated diary inserts, this is also when Traveler's Company releases the special pencil boards, the stickers and the folders. For the third category, which I call art paper, I've segregated that into 5 categories. You've got the sketch paper notebook. Now this has 40 pages and it is perforated. You also get a sketch paper notebook in the passport size, but that is not perforated. You have the watercolor paper. It's got 24 pages, and in the passport size you've got 20 pages, and this is perforated. I have the passport version because I was hoping that this would be the year when I get into watercoloring. As you can tell from the blank pages, I have not, but there's still hope. Then you have the Accordion fold paper. The paper itself is thick, similar to the paper used for the watercolor. I'll show you the one that I already have. It's I placed this in my passport. So I use this as a habit tracker, and it's got about 13 pages, both in the regular version and in the passport version. I find that quite useful actually, and I love using it for habit tracking. Then you have the sticker release paper. You get this in the passport size as well, and what it is it's basically sticker release in the sense you can add all of your washi tape, your stickers, put them here and then peel them off as and when you need to use. If you own a large collection of stickers, or you kind of like to just have everything in one place, this is actually quite handy.
This is a Kraft paper refill. It comes in a couple of colors besides the standard brown. This is the one in pink. I believe there is also green, black. I think that's about it. I have the Kraft paper version in my passport, and I'm not too fond of it. I don't know why, but my handwriting doesn't come off very well on Kraft paper. And this pink, it's horrendous. I don't know. I've used black ink on it. I've used blue ink on it, and it just doesn't look good at all. So I've stopped using this insert. I tend to use this for other craft purposes instead of journaling.
And then the fourth category for my catch-all items, the miscellaneous organizing inserts. Now, I have used a couple of them in the past with varying results. I'm not a huge fan of them, only because it doesn't serve me any purpose. It might for you. So you've got the pocket stickers, which feature 3 sticker pockets that you can attach to the back of the leather cover. You've also got the large version. You've got a card file in regular where you've got 12 pockets, 3 per side. You have the zipper case. One end has a zipper case and the other end has a pocket. So I have the zipper case in the passport version. I use the passport as a wallet. So I use the zipper side to hold all of my coins, and then I use the side here for all of my cards and ID. It's not very durable. It's been about a year and I can see it starting to tear off a bit along the edges. But again, I'm kind of quite rough with my things. I tend to just throw them around, so it's probably me. I don't think it's the quality per se. I mean, I've had no issues with quality with Travelers Company products, so I'm gonna say that it's mostly me. Then you've got the 3-fold file. It stores A4 size paper that can be folded in 3. You've got a refill card file. Now there are 60 slots there to store business cards or pictures, stickers, whatever have you. You've got the Kraft paper folder in regular and passport size, and you've got these repair kits and rubber bands. The repair kits come in 2 colors. One is standard and you've got the other one that's more colorful. These kits are basically meant to repair the bands if it ever gets loose, or if you want to use 2 strings as bookmarks. I've never felt the need to repair any of the strings or the elastics on my inserts, so I've never really had the need to purchase the repair kits. Now this isn't an insert, but this is a storage for your inserts. It fits 5 refills at a time and it comes in regular and passport. Once upon a time, I was actually looking for storage solutions to save all of my used inserts, and I came across the one that Travelers Company has, but I haven't pulled the trigger on buying this just yet because I have a lot of leather covers anyway, so I just sort of stack them in there. Travelers Company also has another line of paper products as part of their Spiral Ring notebook series. It includes white paper, craft paper, and even card files. I've not bought any product from this series, so I'm not in a position to comment on this lineup.
I want to also briefly touch upon some of the accessories that you get from Travelers Company. So you get these plastic inserts that are released every year with a special theme. This is the one that was released last year. Welcome to Travelers Town. And you can use this to store any sort of ephemera or bookmarks. Then you have what are called pencil boards, again with the theme of that particular year printed on them. And if you flip the back, you'll see that it's got a grid line. You've got a ruler, same thing with the passport size. This was this year's Love and Trip theme. I think this was the 2022 theme. That was the 2023 theme, Travelers Town. And I find them really, really useful. I was surprised at how much I use them. Now, you can use this as a bookmark, right? But how I tend to use them is I flip it over, I place it at the back of a blank page. You can see the grid lines through the paper, and this is perfect again for someone like me whose handwriting can get very messy if there are no structured lines around this. I really like it, and I highly recommend this to anyone who just needs some sort of structure when they are writing or drawing on their TNs. Now these are the connecting bands. If you want to add more than 2 inserts or 3 inserts onto your traveler's notebook, you can do so using these bands. And I'll take you through an example in a bit. Every year they also come up with a customized sticker set with the theme of that particular year. This was from 2024, Traveler's Town, and this was for 2025, this year, Love and Trip. So you get 6 sheets. One is just a sticker sheet with the theme of the year. You get index stickers that you can stick onto your inserts. The large size is used for your regular TNs, whereas your small size is what you used for your passport. I use these index inserts for my memory journal. As you can see, I've segregated the pages by month. Then you also get what are called schedule stickers. Use these stickers to emphasize your daily plan for, I guess, traveling, reading. These dry transfer stickers. I use these dry transfer TNs on my traveler's notebook cover, and it's actually stayed on pretty well. All you do is you sort of take out this sheet like so, and you paste it over your TN or wherever it is that you want to transfer the sticker onto, and you rub it through and it gets transferred onto that. So quite useful. And then lastly, you get a clear round sticker. You can stick this onto your journal to commemorate certain dates like I have. You get them in 5 colors and I find them really useful. Lastly, you have these film pocket stickers. I've tried sticking this onto a leather cover before. It doesn't work. Well, not on the cover, but at the back. But it doesn't stick on. I have actually stuck this onto a insert, but even then I don't find this to have very good sticking power. I added a couple of my coffee cards in here, but number one, there's not much you can actually fit into these film stickers, and secondly, I find that the glue tends to wear out after a couple of heavy uses. Hence, I've sort of used these washi tape to hold it down. Okay, so as the sun is setting on me, I'm going to quickly show you how to add 3 notebooks into a journal. Now, I tend to find that more than 3, especially for me, because I like to stick a lot of extra ephemera into my notebooks, I tend to find that 3 is just about right before it starts to extend out. But it's up to you. So I take one of these bands out. Make sure you give them a bit of a stretch first. So if I'm adding 3 inserts, what I'll do is I'll take out the insert from the journal. I'll put 2 of the inserts here. I'm just going to use my sticker release book as an example for this. I flip it to the middle. And then I take the rubber band and I put it through the middle of both the journals, right? So this is what it should look like. You've got the rubber band that's connecting both these inserts. Then what you do is you take this through the band in the journal. All right, so this is what it looks like. Then you take your third insert, and this is the half strip refill. You open it up to the middle page, and then you take the original band that was part of the journal and you insert it through. So there you have it. You've got 3 inserts in a journal, and when you close it up, it's nice and snug. As you can see, it's starting to peep out a little, but I'm not fussed about that, and I think most people aren't as well. So there you have your beautiful journal. The light's fading on me, so I don't have the time to do this, but just assume that this charm has been attached to the cover. I also want to quickly show you how you can add these plastic inserts to your journal. So this is my passport. I take the piece of string that's supposed to be the bookmark, I put it through, and actually with every plastic insert, I'll just show you, with every plastic insert there is actually a hole at the bottom. It's quite small, so not many people catch it, but you take the so-called bookmark string and you thread it through. So what you can do is you can make the knot a bit bigger and put it up more towards the end so that it doesn't flip around that much.
Now I'm starting to lose light. I didn't think I'd be filming for so long. In terms of other accessories and stationery products, Traveler's Company has quite the range. I'm not going to showcase them here. I'll probably make a separate video about that because, quite frankly, I'm tired of filming. As you can probably make out, I filmed this over different days and that itself is tiring. But as we've seen so far, it's because of their large product offering, their quality products, and the modular approach to journaling that a lot of people love the TN system. You can go to this one company and get all of your journaling needs sorted out. I'm also going to create another video about all the various special editions, limited editions that come out, how they differ, and that's what I'm really excited about. So let me know if you're a fan of the TN system. What is it about the system that you love? I hope this video has been useful. If I've left anything out, please let me know in the comments below. With such a vast product line, it can be easy to miss a few products. So I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.